Tonight, you are beginning a quiet, overnight stay inside an empty airport terminal. The last flight has already departed. The building has settled into its night rhythm. Nothing is about to change. You don't need to listen closely. The words can stay in the background, like the low hum of lights above the ceiling. The terminal is mostly empty now. Departure boards glow softly. Their information no longer updates. Time feels paused. Wide windows look out onto dark runways. No planes move. No engines start. The space feels open, still, unhurried. You sit on one of the long rows of seats. The surface is cool but comfortable. Your body adjusts without effort. There is nothing to prepare. The terminal remains quiet. A steady hum fills the air. It never rises. It never fades. The sound blends into the space, becoming part of it. Outside the glass, runway lights stretch into the dark. Blue, white, evenly spaced. They do not move. They simply remain, marking distance without urgency. Your breathing begins to slow. In, out. It matches the stillness around you. Your shoulders relax. Your body feels heavier, supported by the seat beneath you. Nothing changes nearby. No footsteps approach. No voices echo. The terminal holds its quiet, as if it has been waiting for this moment. The lights remain steady. They do not flicker. Time begins to soften. Minutes pass without being counted. The night feels wide and uninterrupted. Somewhere far away, a distant door closes softly. Then nothing follows. You remain seated. There is no reason to move, no destination to reach. The waiting itself feels complete. The hum above the ceiling continues. Low, even. It feels constant enough to disappear. Your thoughts slow. They arrive gently, then drift away before settling. Outside, the runway remains unchanged. Dark pavement, soft lights, endless stillness. Inside, reflections slide across the glass. Faint shapes, nothing distinct. Your breathing stays calm. In, out. Each breath feels slower than the last. Your hands rest loosely. Your jaw softens. Your body releases what it no longer needs to hold. The terminal feels familiar now, as if it has always been this quiet, as if the night belongs here. No announcements break the air. No alarms sound. Only space. Only stillness. Time stretches again. Moments blend together. The edges fade. You stop noticing how long you have been sitting. The concept no longer matters. Outside, a maintenance light moves briefly. It passes along the far edge of the runway, then disappears. Nothing replaces it. The ceiling lights remain unchanged, warm, constant. They cast gentle shadows across the floor. Nothing shifts within them. Your body sinks a little deeper into rest. The seat holds you. The ground feels steady beneath the building. Everything feels supported. The terminal stays quiet. The air stays still. The night remains open. Nothing arrives. Nothing leaves. Your thoughts soften further. They lose their shape. They pass without direction. Then they are gone. The hum continues above, reliable, uninterrupted. It carries the night forward without effort. You remain where you are, still, at ease. The terminal holds its calm. The runway stays dark, and the night continues gently on. The terminal remains as it is. Nothing signals the passing of time. The building holds the same quiet. The air does not shift. You stay seated. The row of chairs feels familiar now. Your body does not need to move. It already knows how to rest. The hum above the ceiling continues, low, even. It has no rhythm you need to follow. It simply remains. Outside the windows, the runway lights stay in place. They do not blink. They do not change. Distance feels steady and fixed. A reflection moves slowly across the glass. Not outside, only inside. A soft shift of light, then stillness again. Your breathing remains slow. In, out. It happens without effort now. No footsteps echo nearby. No carts roll past. The floor stays empty. The terminal feels paused, as if waiting for nothing at all. Time continues to soften. Moments blend together. Edges disappear. There is no clear separation between 1 minute and the next. You notice the weight of your hands, resting loosely, warm, still. They do not hold anything anymore. The lights above remain steady, warm, unchanging. They cast the same shadows they have all night. Outside, the dark runway stretches on. Wide, flat, silent. Nothing moves across it. A distant sound passes far away, not close enough to matter. It fades before taking shape. The quiet returns immediately. Your shoulders remain relaxed. Your neck feels loose. Your body feels supported from every side. The hum overhead blends into the stillness. It no longer feels separate from it. Sound and silence merge gently. Time stretches again, without markers, without urgency. The night feels long, but not heavy. You remain where you are. There is no need to check anything, no reason to stand. The waiting feels complete on its own. Outside the glass, a faint light shifts. It moves slowly along the far edge of the runway, then disappears behind the building. Nothing replaces it. The terminal stays unchanged. Seats remain empty. The floor remains clear. The air stays calm and still. Your breathing deepens slightly. In, out. Each breath feels slower, longer, more settled. Thoughts arrive less often now. They do not connect. They drift away quietly. Nothing stays long enough to matter. The ceiling lights continue their soft glow. They do not flicker. They do not dim. They simply remain. The building feels grounded, solid, unmoving, as if it has settled fully into the night. Outside, darkness holds everything evenly. Inside, reflections soften and fade. Nothing draws your attention for long. Your body remains still, comfortable, at ease. There is no tension left to release. The hum above continues, reliable, uninterrupted. It carries the quiet forward without effort. Time loses more of its shape. Moments stretch, then dissolve into one another. The night feels wide and unhurried. You no longer think about departure, or arrival, or movement. Being here is enough. The terminal holds its silence. The runway holds its darkness. The lights remain steady. Nothing changes. Your breathing stays calm. In, out. The rhythm feels natural, almost automatic now. You rest where you are, supported, still. The terminal remains quiet. The night remains open. And everything continues exactly as it is. The terminal continues to rest in the same quiet state. Nothing announces the hour. No displays change. The building feels suspended in the night. You remain seated. Your position has not shifted. The chair supports you without pressure. Your body feels settled, as if it has found the exact place it needs. The hum above the ceiling remains constant, low, even. It has blended into the space, becoming part of the background, then part of the silence itself. Outside the windows, the runway stays dark. Lights mark distance without movement. They feel fixed, as if placed there long ago. Nothing travels between them. A faint reflection drifts across the glass. Not a shape, just a soft change in light. It passes, then leaves the surface unchanged again. Your breathing stays slow. In, out. It no longer follows anything. It simply happens. The terminal floor remains empty. No wheels roll across it. No footsteps echo. The space feels wide, open, undisturbed. Time loosens further, Minutes no longer feel separate. They stretch, then dissolve quietly into one another. The night feels unmeasured. Your hands rest where they are, warm, still. They feel heavier than before, supported by nothing in particular, yet fully held. The lights above do not shift. They do not dim. They do not brighten. They remain exactly as they have been, steady and calm. Outside, the runway remains unchanged. Dark pavement, soft points of light, silence that feels complete. Nothing approaches, nothing leaves. A distant sound passes far beyond the building, too far to identify. It fades before becoming anything. The quiet returns immediately, unchanged. Your shoulders stay relaxed. Your neck remains loose. There is no tension waiting to be released. It has already gone. The hum overhead continues, reliable, uninterrupted. It no longer feels like sound, just presence. Time stretches again, without markers, without edges. The night feels long, but not heavy, as if it is simply allowing itself to be. You remain exactly where you are. There is no reason to check the time, no reason to stand. Nothing feels unfinished. Outside the glass, a maintenance vehicle moves slowly. Its light glides along the far edge of the runway. Then it disappears behind the terminal. The darkness settles back into place. Inside, the reflections soften. They lose their shape. They fade from the glass. Nothing replaces them. Your breathing deepens slightly.